Hi everybody, this is Gad Sad. I was just about to get on the elliptical machine, but then decided to post this sad truth clip because of my having spent a few minutes reading some of the comments on my Twitter feed. So yesterday I put out an alert advising people that I would be speaking with racist white male and Trump supporting Candace Owens. And I've since received many very angry uh, communiques from people saying, what kind of moron must I be to think that an attractive black woman is actually a white male? Now, let's stop for a minute and pause and think the extent to which such people must be naturally lobotomized. Obviously, if I've scheduled a chat with the person in question, we must know of one another. We must have communicated with each other. Uh, the fact that my brain says, hey, why don't I spend some time chatting with Candace Owens on my show? It is impossible to imagine that I would not have known that she is not a white male. So if I write racist white male and Trump supporting Candace Owens, might it be that I am satirizing the progressive left's penchant to accuse anyone who supports Donald Trump as being a racist white male? Surely this is not a manifestation of terribly nuanced or subtle sarcasm or satire. Uh, but this gives you a sense of the level of idiocy that one deals with when engaging with the public. Paul Meehl, the famous psychologist, once remarked that in his daily life he was astonished to see the extent to which most people are idiots. And he didn't mean it as a elitist sort of ivory tower remark. He meant it as a just an empirical statement, a cold, hard fact. And believe me, as someone who is very much engaged with the public, it really is baffling to imagine that full grown adults could uh, succumb to this kind of stupidity. Now, why am I mentioning this? Well, because it reflects, number one, the difficulty of having a, a proper discourse or communicating a message to people who truly don't seem to have a single neuron in their brains that are firing. My elliptical machine, that it is an inanimate object, or a out of order toaster, would be able to pick up that this was satire. Yet endless people write to me in anger, in disgust that I'm such a moron. You call yourself a professor, you're a doctor, and you don't know that a black woman is not a white male? They're not being satirical, most of them. Now, some folks said, "Oh no, they're just satirizing you back." No, they're not. Uh, just today, I posted a clip of Robert De Niro, who has gone completely insane regarding Donald Trump, where he, you know, gets up on stage at the Tony Awards last night and says, "Fuck Trump," and the crowd goes into raucous laughter and applause. And so I wrote, so bold, so courageous, so progressive, so eloquent, so well thought out. And then people, true to form, write, why? How could you say that was eloquent? I mean, could anyone actually believe that if someone says, fuck Trump, and someone else says, wow, that was so eloquent, I literally mean that it was so eloquent? Again, this does not require sophisticated intelligence to pick up whether I'm being satirical or not, but it gives you the extent to which it is difficult at times to communicate with the public. Uh, Humor, by the way, is a sexually selected trait. When you ask women uh, what are the characteristics that they love in a prospective mate, they will very often say humor. precisely because humor is a proxy measure of intelligence, and women, all other things considered, appreciate an intelligent man, and therefore, if you are someone who is funny, they're going to, again, appreciate that quality in you. Now, of course, wit, sarcasm, and satire requires not only intelligence to produce it, but it requires a functioning brain. It actually requires that if we put you through an fMRI machine, that we see that your brain actually has neuronal activity for you to be able to pick up sarcasm. Well, I'm hereby sorry to report that many of the people who, at least I've seen, sending me hateful messages because I am mistakenly thinking that a black woman who's going to appear on my show next week is actually not a white male, they don't have such functioning brains. By the way, if you think of Jean Piaget, the developmental psychologist, he was the gentleman who really argued, or is best known for arguing, that children go through, as they develop, they go through cognitive stages where a particular task that they're unable to do, say when they're 3, they're fully able to do by the time they're 5 years old. So most of us go through these developmental stages where, there is a signature of our capacity to do certain things that just a year earlier we couldn't have done, right? Well, being able to recognize nuanced communique, such as, for example, satire or sarcasm, is something that the average 3-year-old could not pick up, right? So, for example, if I say to a young child, it's the 1 millionth time that I'm telling you this, the child is very likely to say, oh, come on, you haven't said this to me 1 million times, Daddy, right? But that's because he's 3, not he's 37. So again, it is disheartening to see the just astonishing level of stupidity that is out there. I say this not to be arrogant, but to really remark on the difficulty in penetrating the wall of infinite stupidity, the wall of Dunning-Kruger, where someone is breathtakingly idiotic and yet terribly confident and arrogant in their idiocy. But I shall try to continue fighting against these obstacles. If I can change one mind, then it's better than changing none. Have a good week, everybody. Cheers.